Hello everybody, this is Kaizen here, back with another episode here on our Sky Factory 3 world with the googly eyes. Awesome. So again, did a bit more work off camera, just catch you guys up with what I've done. Basically, I've installed these things, flux points. So we've got a bit of wireless power going on, being sent from these things, from this lava gen operation here, which is automated. So we get the cobblestone generator producing all of this cobble that then turns into lava in these crucibles. Each one of them has a full bucket of firewater underneath, so it's as efficient as it can possibly be. And then it's all piped into these things, which are the MK2s. And basically, you can see here they can store up to 2 million, but they're generating 640 RF per tick per each. So again, about 1200 RF per tick, which is awesome. And any excess is being stored in here, which is now just about full. And it can hold 12.8 million RF. So yeah, it's pretty good. That's quite a lot. And what it means is, like, I don't have to do this with manually anymore with like a culinary generator like I was using before. It's all connected up here on Kaizen's network, and I'm powering that. I'm powering all of the machines down here. I should probably show this actually. So kind of this is where it's all getting connected up to, and it's all kind of messy here at the moment. Needs a bit of like tweaking and moving, but I'll get onto that in a minute. And then over here I set up an auto sieve to get us loads of these things, basically. Prosperity shards. Of course, we're getting other stuff too. You see here yellorium and some quartz dust and all that sort of stuff, but it's really for these things, and that's because of all of the mystical agriculture stuff that I want to be doing. Talking of which, I have had a bit of a change around down here. So this area is gradually going to go. As you can see, it's kind of been torn apart at the moment, so need to kind of finish that bit off and get rid of that. And then over here, we've got some farmer blocks, again with these flux points, so they're being powered very easily, getting us some inferium on these two. And the other ones over here are same as before, where we got redstone in this one, and we've got iron in this one. And we're doing very well with that. We're getting a lot of resources out of that. The growth crystals are definitely helping, which is cool. And also I've been doing a lot of AFKing. So you can see here, 2 double chests full, and then a little bit extra here too. And as far as iron and redstone goes, well, let's go have a look in the system, but I can show you that we have got quite a lot of the stuff. So redstone, 594, and 1k iron. Very good. Now, the thing that I'd like to get into today is the Empowerer. So let's have a little look at that a second. It's this thing. So a little bit of engineering required, but not too bad. So we're going to need 5 of these things to start us off with, and that means we're going to need a lot of quartz. Now, I'm not sure if I have much of this stuff at the moment. So first of all, the quartz that we've got, there we go. Do I have any of the, let's have another look at this. Aesthetic quartz and aesthetic green blocks. So basically, each of these requires quartz. So this is what I'm saying, where it's going to be quite a bit of quartz required. Now, I do know that I actually do have a little bit of quartz in here. Oh, did I already put that in the system? Oh, dang, that's even worse than I thought then. So I may need to do a little bit of work off cam to get the quartz required, but let's just jump into this and see what we do have and what we don't. Now, the Restonia, how much of that have I got? Really none. Let's get a stack of that made up. Because that's pretty simple to do, and it's certainly something that we're going to need moving throughout the mod pack, so don't mind making up a little bit too much of this stuff at the moment. Okay, so that was easy. That was the first part. Not too bad at all. Let's chuck that in there, and now let's have another look at this. So we got that. Do we have the casings? We do. So what we're missing then, we need a battery, which is going to need some Anori crystals. So again, we're doing quite well for iron, so let's do a stack of those. Could really do this stuff being a bit more centralized, couldn't I? Be a lot easier. Although I think probably the way to do that is actually to make the storage portable rather than trying to get everything close to the storage, because that'd be the modded way of doing this, right? That'd be the way that it makes sense. Okay, so we've got those. I definitely have a single battery. I'd ideally not like to just give it, I'm wasting 636,000 RF, I guess, by using that. But, it's kind of not the end of the world. We are generating a ton of power at the moment. So that was for, what was I doing here? Oh, that was for this thing. Right, so single battery I've got them. Right, I need the coils now. I'm guessing I don't have many of these. No, let's make up like a good few of those, because again, I know that they'll be used quite a lot. And then let's try and jump into this right now. So do I have the gold? Yeah, I thought I would. In which case, I believe we're now ready to make this. Oh, where did my... Can I not just do that? Yeah, double battery. Oh, it keeps the charge as well, even though it's going to get used in the crafting recipe, I should say. But yeah, that's still kind of cool. So now if we want to make this, what are we missing? Well, that's not true. We have that. That is a double battery. So it's just this thing that we're missing, and this is where the quartz comes in. So let's start with this lot and make them up I guess, as many as we can. Let's put that back in the system, like this. There we go. So 11 blocks of that. Now we need 5 of these. So we need 15, 30. Yeah, we're quite a way off, aren't we? Now, if I look at our quartz a second, what is the recipe for this? I need to look it on here, don't I? Okay, just remind me how we get this. I don't know how I've been getting my quartz so far. I think I've maybe just been getting it through loot bags and things. So I can sieve it soul sand, and I do have some soul sand. We put sand in Atomic Reconstructor to get soul sand. Okay, so that's going to have to be a thing that I do to get a load of quartz together. So I think at the moment we're actually now stuck already, because I think I actually need to go and just do this until that's done. Yeah, okay. So let me go and get all this quartz done, because I'll have to do a load of boring sieving. And once I have, we'll jump into the Empowerer. Alrighty guys, so I believe I now have everything that I need to do this. Chuck that stuff in there and let's get going. So first thing I want is this. I need 5 of these. There we go. Put those back in the system, and 1 of these, which I need to supply my own battery for. Where did I put it back in? Yeah, okay. So there we go, and we have our Empowerer. And the display stands, there they go. Okay, so this is what we need to set up our Empowerer, which I don't know exactly where I want to do it. I think for now, I might just do it around here. Ooh, looks like I've missed a torch or something here. Yeah, I guess there. Aha, don't want anything spawning down here and blowing up my power system. So yeah, I think this will be the place to do it for now. It's kind of going to be temporary, but it'll work. So these need to be 2 back, don't they, in each direction? I think, was it 2? It might be more. I think this will work. Okay, so now what we're going to need, have this on me. Now, do I need, I think I might need to power all of these. Yeah, oops, wait, I want to pick that back up. So maybe it's better to actually just wire this. Could be better. Let's see how much conduit we actually have, and just have like 1 flux point nearby. So conduit, we got 6. It's not very much. And the recipe for it, if I wanted to add that in, really, do we not have anything that we need? That's pretty poor. I guess I might need to do some more off-cam work. I swear I had loads of conduit binders though. I think they're in another chest. Conductive iron, redstone, and iron. Okay, well let's get that going on over in our alloy smelter, and while that's happening I'll go on a little search for this. So we want this now, alloys only. Yeah, is that working? Yeah, okay. Because my storage is kind of all over the place, and that's definitely something else I need to do for sure. Would it be in this one? Yeah, here we go. It's some redstone conduit. It's not really going to help us, but this stuff's cool. So we do have the recipe, or the materials, I guess, to make that recipe. Now for each one that we make, we get 8. So we're going to need probably 9 or 12 conductive iron before we have enough energy conduit to go with. But I guess the way that I'll do this then is I'll just put. I wonder if I were to do this. No, it's not going to. Wait, I put the wrong thing on. That's why. I'm guessing it's not going to connect up though. It would have to be done underneath, I think. I wonder if this will work. Let's have a look. Let's fly back up here, because otherwise I'm going to die trying to do this. Let's select our network. There we go. But actually, the Empowerer itself, does that need to be charged? You know, I have actually used this quite a lot before the Empowerer. You would never believe it, would you? You would never think. Okay, let's go back up here. See how much of this conductive iron has actually been made already. I think we'll have a little bit. Oh, only 3? Man, that's pretty poor. Okay. You know what? I think I want to redo this Empowerer and do it a little bit better. Like, I think what I'm actually going to do is kind of put it up a level just to make the wiring a bit easier. So let's do that, and I'll actually come back when I've built this thing. Rather than... Oh, I thought I'd lost my pick then. Rather than doing like all of the boring stuff on cam, I'll save you guys that trouble. Alright, there it is guys. The Empowerer is all set up, it's ready to go, it is receiving power, and all is good. All of these are approaching full charge as well, so everything's awesome. I made up some of these conduit facades as well, so I can place these around here and just kind of tidy up this area a little bit. Obviously not like overly bothered about having it too fancy schmancy, but I thought, you know, that could be a nice little addition there. So you might be wondering what I am making this for, and I do actually have a reason. So let's go up here and have a little look. And I want to go this way. So The Inferium farming with Mystical Agriculture has been fantastic. The iron and the redstone has been pretty good, but there's all kinds of stuff you can do with this. I mean, if we go at Mystical, I'll show you, but you can pretty much farm like anything in the game. You see all these different seeds here, right? And you can farm dirt, nether stuff, emeralds, redstone. Obviously, we're doing that. Lead, gas, seeds, like everything, literally. So there's a few that I'm kind of keen to get into, and what I think I'm going to do is, this is quite a big farm to have as just redstone or just iron. The reason I made it this big is because it was growing slowly and I figured I'd need it. But what I'm actually thinking is let's just change these growth crystals, and let's upgrade them. All right, because if we do that, if I show you here, if we go growth crystals, we're on these tier 1, right? It works 9 by 9 and that's fine, the rest of it. Now, the tier 2 is a lot faster. This is slow growth. Tier 2 is fast growth. Tier 3 is the fastest. That's going to require a tier 2 with a dragon egg. So, we're a little way off those. But the tier 2s aren't too bad. All right, they're not great, but they're not too bad. So we need 2 growth accelerators per 1. That's fine. A growth crystal, which we already have, of course. And they're not too difficult to make. The growth accelerators, by the way, they're not too difficult to make either. The only difficult bit really comes in here with the greenhouse glass. And the only tricky part of that really is this stuff, the empowered palace crystals, and that's why we have the empowerer. So as you can see, we need prismarine and we need cyan dye. Now that could be the difficult bit. Cyan dye. I think our best bet is going to be, we get the cactus done, I guess, and then lapis. Actually, we do have lapis. It might be the green dye or the floral green powder that's going to be difficult. Okay, well, let's have a look at that. And see what we do have and what we don't have. Maybe I check first what we have in here. Not a lot that's going to help us there, to be honest. But if we go up this way and check our Botania Gardens, what do we have in the way of petals? We got a little bit of floral green right now. We got some petals where we could make some more. Let's just see. Let's go back to the tier 2. How much of this I'm going to need to make this stuff? So 3 of those. Cyan palace crystal, which is just lapis, isn't it? Yeah, okay. And then wait, I'm on the wrong bit. If I go back to here, what was it I was worried about? It was the cyan dye, wasn't it? So we get 2 dye for each one of these. So 2 cyan dye has the potential to give us. Wait, why do I keep clicking on the wrong thing? 2 dye gives us the potential to give us 2 of these blocks, and each growth crystal requires I will get this right one day, guys. 4 of those, which requires 1 of those per 3. So we're going to need a fair bit of this stuff, basically. So petals and floral green. Oh, but these are the wrong color petals even. Dang it. Okay. In that case, I'm going to have to, I should say, find a way of getting a load of green dye or cyan dye. Let's just check cyan dye again. There it is. See if there's any other recipes that might work here. But it's all chickens and stuff, so I think it's going to have to be that we're just going to make it. Dye essence. We can start farming some dye essence, maybe. Those are only tier 2, so that wouldn't be too difficult. Alright, well, let me get the resources together to do that, and then we'll actually try this Empower out, which would be cool, and start upgrading some of these Inferium farms. Right, guys, I believe we have everything we need now to start making this stuff. So, Palace Crystal in the middle there. We want the cyan dye this side, and I believe 1, 2, 3 like that, and there we go. The Empower is off and running. Now, I don't know how long this one takes to make. The different recipes seem to take different amounts of times for this. So, just kind of have a little watch for it for now, I suppose. Bit of an aerial view. There we go. So we only need 4 of these, I believe. Let's go back to this growth crystal again. Oh, no, that's right. So, yeah, so 1 of these will basically give us 3 of these things. So we'll make up, I've only got enough stuff to make up 4 of these for now, so that's going to have to do. So that one there, you can see I made a ton of cyan dye, so that's awesome. Won't be needing all of that, of course. And we've got the prismarine that is the stuff that's letting us down at the moment, but there is more of that coming, so not too bad. If we go at refined, there was something else I wanted to look up actually, which is, if I can find it, is wireless grid? Is that what I'm looking for? That's the portable storage device, I think. Quite potentially. If so, it's not that difficult to make, actually. There's a little bit of work involved, but we certainly have all of the materials to do that, I think. So that's pretty useful. Okay, so we've got these three. We'll go in here. So we can make up one more of these, basically. These stack, yeah? Okay, so we'll have 4 of these, basically, to be going on with. So let's go back to the growth crystals and see what we're doing for now. And these, of course, are for the greenhouse glass. That's it. So I believe, yeah, any type of saplings will work, so that's awesome. Quite clear glass. Now, we're going to need cocoa beans, which I actually do think we have. Once this one's done, let's get the next one going. Put all those up there for now. And then I'll go and double check that. But I do think we have cocoa beans. Pretty sure. Is that? Yep. Pretty sure I got them from loot bags or from something like that. So let's go have a little look. Okay, they're not in there. It's not a good start. But they might be around somewhere. If we don't have them, I don't know how difficult they are to get. Let's just check in here as well. Here we go. Oh no, wait. Oh damn! I thought we had them then. Okay, this could be a little bit of a problem then. There's one last place I can actually check. This is why my storage definitely needs to be sorted out. It's becoming a big mess. Okay, let's have a look at cocoa beans and see how difficult these are to get. So we can alloy smelt them from. No, it's not a great idea. We can sieve them. Oh, in that case, if we can sieve them, could they potentially be in here? They could, and they are. Awesome. All right. For some reason, I was just sure from memory that we did have some. All right. So that's enough of this stuff to be getting on with for now. Let's go up to our grid and see how much of this we can actually start making, and hopefully get these growth crystals, I should say, made up. So growth crystals. Here we go. Number 2. So the first thing we need is that. Now, I'm pretty sure we don't have any saplings in here. So let's just go chuck a whole load of them in the grid, ready to go. Let's chuck those in as well, and a bit of that, so that when it comes to making up this stuff... Wait, hang on. That's not what we want at all. What we want is... Oh, can it just be... So it can be stained glass. Maybe it can be any glass. If I was to try and add this now... Boom, there we go. We can make that. We didn't even need the cocoa beans. How cool is that? Now, the growth crystal... I could take the ones we've already got. But actually, before I do that, let's just see in the growth accelerators here. If we want to add in... we won't have any Inferium blocks. That I'm pretty certain of. However, as you guys are well aware, we do have the materials to make Inferium blocks. So let's go chuck a load of Inferium into the system. So the thing I love about this crafting grid, it is so easy to make stuff. You just chuck it all in there. And then, like, we need some of these. Boom. There we go. Make up a ton of those. And we're good to go. So now to make these, I believe... Oh, what are we missing now? What was... oh, any type of stone. Now then, that could be a bit of an issue because I don't think I have any stone. I've got a ton of cobble, but when it comes to stone, kind of a different story. Can you... You can. Brilliant. Alrighty, that's awesome. I love it when you can do these kinds of things in modded. Makes the game so much easier sometimes. So let's try that again with these. Now it's 2 per 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for now. Oh, that's all we can make anyway. There we go. Got that perfectly. Put those into the system. Now, if we go here now and try to add this, what are we missing? Growth crystals and fertilized dirt, both of which I have. So we'll take these growth crystals away for now. All for the greater good. There we go. And the fertilized dirt, I'm just trying to remember where I put that. But I did have a load of it earlier, and I've just put it in a chest somewhere, which I believe might have been here. Yes, okay, so we'll go chuck that in there. Lots of messy storage. So let's chuck that in there, go back to this, boom, and boom, we have 1. What are we missing now? Oh, this stuff, okay. Oh no, hang on, why am I missing... We got 8 of those. Oh, wait. It's because it's in my inventory. That's one thing that does catch me out on this sometimes. So now, yeah, that one there. If I want to make those up, I can make 3, but not the 4th one because we're going to be missing this stuff, aren't we? Yeah. And the only thing we're missing is 1 more block of that stuff. So actually, if I can just get myself... where was I doing this? Sag mill, was it? Yeah, there we go. So I told you I had a ton of prismarine being made. So basically, if you put the prismarine blocks, like the prismarine building blocks, into the sag mill, then you'll get that back. So that's what I was doing, and I knew that I had a load coming. So now we're going to have these tier 2 growth crystals. I'm pretty excited for this because I think the Mystical Agriculture is a fantastic mod that is going to really help us to progress through this pack. And to have a better setup for that is going to be awesome, particularly for some of the labor-intensive stuff like, I guess Obsidian would be a good one to have in there. And then down the line, things like, gas tiers and all kinds of things like that that are going to be awesome to have in that system. So yeah, pretty excited to get this sorted out. So now, put it in the system, Kaizen, and do that. Wait, what am I missing? Oh no, wait, I'm missing that. That was it. So I've got to make those first. Put those in the system. Oh, am I now still one short? Yeah, okay. Back down we go. Back down. We will get there, guys. This episode has been a trial, but it's going to happen, all right? It's going to happen. So that one then there, and then 3 of these, and boom. Now we have enough once we make up that greenhouse glass. And, it's difficult to know how many processes I want to automate with the, in terms of like resources, how much of the stuff I'm going to be using going forwards. But I think, when I get into Mystical Agriculture, hopefully we can get a really good setup there where we're automating just about everything we're going to need for some of the more advanced machines and things to progress through. But we'll see. Incidentally, I do have 9 million RF stored up in here as well, that I'm just kind of looking for things to do with that. So even like everything's getting a bit messy, to be honest. Like my power, my storage, it's all getting a little bit messy. But it's also kind of improving. It's improving, but in a messy way, basically. Now, the only thing else that I want is just some sort of blocks. These will do to build with the growth crystals. So now I put these like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that'll work. And then boom. Let's see. Can I visually see a difference with these? If I just watch this farm, is anything happening? Potentially not. I mean, it's definitely supposed to be pretty good. I know they've been nerfed. They used to be like crazy good. Oh, my jetpack. I'm glad I noticed that. Sneak right click, and now that will charge my jetpack because I was running out of power there. So, not really seeing any kind of difference at the moment. I guess it will make a difference, but not a visual one. I mean, the old way, like before this got nerfed, it used to be that you could literally just see the stuff growing very, very quickly. So, yeah. But basically, I've just been kind of AFK in these farms whenever I can. And I'm figuring that having those growth crystals in there will definitely make a difference. Even if I can't see it, it doesn't mean it's not happening. It's still going to make that difference. Now, these farms are a bit bigger, so maybe I better see the progress a bit more, but I'm seeing things growing, but it doesn't look to be that quick. I mean, I guess the real test will come when I start AFKing these 3, 4. I'll kind of figure out, oh, okay, yeah, I did get more resources than what I'd normally get in that length of time, I suppose. I'm trying to stay optimistic about this at least. But there we go. So the good news is that our storage is looking a lot better now. It's centralized, and we've got the crafting grid and stuff, so that's awesome. The power is not doing too bad. We've got 12.8 million RF. That's pretty decent. Our Mystical Agriculture is coming along, and we've now upgraded it. And yeah, that does seem to have made a little bit of difference, actually. That does seem to be growing pretty quick. We've got a few fully grown in that time. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on it, and we'll see. That's all we can do. I mean, we're not going to get tier 3s for a long time, so it's going to have to do for now. So now the next thing to think about is, like, I've got this sieve process here automated. Do I want to do that with anything else? I was doing it for the prosperity shards, obviously. And I guess the big question is what resources we're going to need going forwards, and then kind of figuring out what we do from there in terms of automation. Like this whole thing here is a bit of a mess as well. So there's a lot of work that's going to need to be done off camera this time around, I think, because I want to kind of tidy things up a little bit, but at the same time go into new mods. It might be a good time to just kind of sit in the chair of contemplation, think about life, and figure out what I'm going to do for the next episode here, because there's like a million different ways that we could go right now, and honestly, I don't know which one I'm going to go in. So while I sit here and contemplate in the chair of contemplation, I will think about the next episode and figure out something cool to do for next time you guys are here. But unfortunately, that is all I have time for today. So as always, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.